Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine reaching into a dusty jar of loose change and pulling out a coin that could be worth $5 million. It sounds like a fantasy, but for serious coin collectors and everyday Americans who pay attention, this possibility is very real. Right now, somewhere in the United States, a small copper coin, the 2009 Lincoln cent, may be quietly sitting in a drawer, a wallet, or a forgotten piggy bank. And if it carries a rare minting anomaly, it could command a staggering price on the collector's market. Before you dismiss that penny in your pocket, remember this: history has proven that the smallest coins sometimes carry the biggest surprises. The year 2009 was not just another year for American coinage. It was a historic celebration of the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. To honor this milestone, the United States Mint released 4 special reverse designs on the Lincoln cent, each representing a stage of Lincoln's life, from his humble log cabin birth to his rise as one of the greatest leaders in American history. Millions of these coins entered circulation, passing casually from hand to hand. But among those millions, a tiny fraction emerged with unusual characteristics, minting irregularities that collectors around the world obsessively hunt for. Now here's where the story becomes exciting. Most pennies you see have a small mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But some were struck without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint. And in extremely rare circumstances, a coin can leave the press with a dramatic minting error. These errors can include misaligned dies, doubled inscriptions, off-center strikes, or rare transitional anomalies that instantly transform an ordinary coin into a numismatic treasure. Think about it. A 1-cent coin, potentially worth millions. If that doesn't make you want to check your change jar tonight, what will? But wait, before you sprint to the couch cushions, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked closely at a penny? Not glanced, really looked. Most people ignore them. Some people even throw them away. Ironically, that's exactly why hidden rarities can survive unnoticed for years. Somewhere out there, someone might have already spent one of these rare coins at a gas station, and the cashier unknowingly dropped it into the register. Imagine that moment. A multimillion-dollar coin, traded for a cup of coffee. Here's the truth that serious collectors understand. The coin market rewards patience and awareness. Over the last decade, rare error coins have shocked the numismatic world by selling for astonishing sums. Auctions hosted by respected platforms like Heritage Auctions regularly attract collectors willing to pay extraordinary prices for unique minting mistakes. Why? Because rarity combined with historical significance creates demand, and demand drives value. And the 2009 Lincoln penny sits at the center of that demand. It represents a once-in-a-generation commemorative release. Collectors recognize that certain examples, especially those with dramatic errors, may be among the most coveted modern coins ever discovered. Imagine holding a piece of American history in your hand that celebrates Lincoln's legacy while carrying a minting anomaly that makes it one of a kind. That's the kind of story collectors love to tell and pay for. Let's pause for a moment and picture a scenario. You're cleaning out an old kitchen drawer. You find a small glass jar filled with pennies that haven't been touched in years. Most people would shrug and dump them into a coin machine. But you decide to look closer. One coin catches your eye. The design looks slightly unusual. The strike seems different. There's no mint mark visible. Suddenly your curiosity kicks in. Could this be one of those legendary 2009 error pennies collectors talk about? This is the moment when knowledge becomes power. Rare coin hunters know that the difference between a common penny and a life-changing discovery often lies in microscopic details. Tiny doubling in the lettering, unusual spacing, or misaligned design elements. These subtle characteristics are exactly what professional collectors and graders search for. When the right combination appears on the right coin, the market reacts instantly. And here's the fascinating part. The coin collecting community is larger and more active today than ever before. Thousands of enthusiasts monitor online marketplaces, auctions, and collector networks daily, searching for the next major discovery. When a rare coin surfaces, the competition can become intense. Prices climb quickly because collectors know opportunities like this may never appear again. Let me ask you another quick question, just to reset your attention for a second. What if the most valuable thing in your house right now isn't in a safe, a vault, or a bank account, but sitting quietly inside a small jar of pennies? It sounds almost unbelievable, but stories like this have happened before. Everyday people have discovered coins worth tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions simply because they decided to look carefully instead of ignoring their spare change. And that's where urgency enters the picture. Every day, rare coins slip through circulation unnoticed. Some get scratched, damaged, or lost forever. Others disappear into collections where they may never be seen again for decades. The longer a rare coin remains undiscovered, the harder it becomes for new collectors to find one. That's why experienced numismatists act quickly when they spot a potential rarity. If you suspect you've found something unusual, the next step is professional verification. Experts and grading organizations can examine the coin under magnification, confirm the minting characteristics, and certify its authenticity. Once verified, a rare error coin can attract serious attention from collectors and investors alike. Think about the emotional impact of that moment. One day you're sorting through ordinary pennies. The next day you're holding a certified collectible that could transform your financial future. That's the power of knowledge combined with opportunity. And this is why the 2009 Lincoln penny continues to capture the imagination of collectors across the United States. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of American heritage, tied to the story of Abraham Lincoln and the nation he helped shape. When history, rarity, and collector demand intersect, extraordinary values can emerge. So tonight, before you ignore that pile of loose change, take another look. Slow down. Examine the details. Because somewhere out there, a tiny copper coin from 2009 might be waiting for the right person to recognize its hidden significance. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, something that looks ordinary to everyone else, yet could be worth millions. Yes, a single penny, the 2015 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. A small copper disc with the power to change a life overnight. You might have one sitting in a jar, a drawer, or tucked away in a forgotten pocket, unaware of the fortune it represents. Right now, collectors are frantically hunting for this exact coin, and the demand is at an all-time high. For $1 million. Yes, for $1 million for a coin most people overlook as spare change. And here's the truth. Only those who act decisively can unlock this kind of wealth. Now, before you start thinking, well, that's probably rare, let me stop you with a question. Have you ever passed over something thinking it was worthless, only to realize later it was priceless? That gut-sinking moment of regret? That's exactly what happens to people who ignore the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. The excitement, the fear, the urgency. It's real. And today, I'm going to show you why this coin is commanding such an incredible price, how it got so rare, and why it could already be sitting in your possession without you even knowing. Let's step back for a moment. In 2015, the United States Mint struck billions of pennies, but a handful slipped through with no mint mark. It seems like a tiny detail, almost laughably small, right? No mint mark? Who cares? But that little omission instantly transformed these pennies from everyday currency into treasures of unimaginable value. Here's the kicker. The mint never intended for this to happen. And in the world of coin collecting, mistakes like this are golden, literally. Collectors are obsessed with errors. Why? Because errors tell a story. They are proof that even in a system designed for perfection, anomalies occur, and those anomalies are what the market craves. Imagine holding a piece of history that's not just rare, but also one of the most sought-after modern coins in America. And here's the pattern interrupt. Have you ever laughed at someone dropping a penny, thinking it's just a penny? Now imagine that penny is worth more than most people will earn in a lifetime. Funny how perspective changes, isn't it? Demand for the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has skyrocketed. Dealers, collectors, and investors are scouring eBay, coin shows, and private collections. People are paying incredible sums for verified examples, and the market only grows as time passes. Every day that coin remains in an overlooked collection, it could be quietly appreciating in value, moving closer to that $4 million mark. Fear creeps in for those who wait too long, the fear of missing out, of holding back a fortune without even realizing it. That's the urgency we're talking about. So what does this mean for you? If you own old pennies, if you have a collection gathering dust, now is the moment to act. Don't let skepticism or delay rob you of a life-changing opportunity. Get your coins evaluated by reputable experts, have them authenticated, and discover whether you hold the key to millions. This isn't just about money, it's about recognizing value where others see none. It's about taking action while others hesitate. And here's the motivational push. Imagine the freedom, the lifestyle, the doors that open when you realize you've held a small fortune in your hand all along. That's the power of the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It's more than copper and zinc. It's a testament to opportunity, to foresight, and to recognizing the extraordinary hidden in the ordinary. The market is hungry. Collectors are desperate. And the coin you might dismiss today could secure your tomorrow. So check that jar, that drawer, or that old piggy bank. That tiny penny could be your ticket to millions. Don't wait for someone else to claim what could be yours. The clock is ticking, the demand is skyrocketing, and your chance to act is now. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, but a rare 2013 Lincoln penny. And here's the kicker, it has no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. No D for Denver. No P for Philadelphia. Just a simple, shining penny that the US Mint accidentally released into circulation. Now, if you've ever thought your pocket change was worthless, this is where that illusion ends. You might be laughing now, thinking, a penny? Really? But let me tell you, these are not ordinary pennies. In fact, collectors and wealthy investors are hunting for them like treasure, because a single coin of this kind can be worth, hold on to your seat, up to $1 million in today's market. That's not a typo. $1 million for a coin smaller than your thumbnail. And today, I'm going to show you why this seemingly humble penny is making millionaires out of ordinary Americans, and how it could be sitting in your drawer right now. It all starts with an error. In 2013, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, most with the familiar D or P mint marks. But in rare cases, the minting process skipped this step. These coins weren't supposed to exist. They were mistakes, tiny errors with massive consequences. And history has shown that coin errors can be more valuable than gold. People often pay millions for items that are scarce, perfectly preserved, and historically significant. And this penny checks all those boxes. Here's where it gets exciting. Imagine finding this coin in your change. One moment you're buying coffee, the next moment you're holding a piece of American history that could secure your financial future. Fear, excitement, and urgency all wrapped up in one shiny disc. Yes, it's rare, but scarcity drives value. And scarcity is exactly why collectors are willing to pay top dollar. And don't worry if you don't know how to identify it at first glance. You're not alone. Most of these pennies look identical to the regular 2013 coins. The absence of the mint mark is subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye. This is your advantage. Every day that passes without people realizing the value of their coins is an opportunity for you to strike before someone else discovers it. Think about it. Every penny in circulation is a potential goldmine waiting to be uncovered. And just between us, that feeling of uncovering something rare, it's addictive. You might find yourself searching through drawers, jars, even the floor of your car like a modern-day treasure hunter. Now, let me throw a little humor in here because this is important. Imagine your dog running off with $1 million penny. You'd better hope Fido is a trustworthy investor. It's a reminder that these coins are real money, not just sentimental collectibles. And the best part? You don't need to be a professional collector or a coin expert to benefit. You only need to recognize the opportunity and So. Where does this leave you? Here's the truth. If you have a 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you are holding a ticket to extraordinary wealth. The market is hot, demand is intense, and collectors are competing fiercely. This is a chance to turn something as ordinary as a penny into a life-changing sum of money. Think about the lifestyle that comes with it. Financial freedom, the ability to travel without worry, the power to invest or give generously, the prestige of owning something that very few in the world can claim. These coins are not just collectibles, they're symbols of opportunity, of foresight, and of acting at the right moment. And timing, my friend, is everything. Every day you wait, someone else could snatch up the next $1 million penny, so here's what you need to do. Check your collection, check your jars of change, check your drawers. That coin you toss aside as just a penny could be the coin that changes your life. And remember, this isn't just about money. It's about seizing an opportunity, claiming a rare treasure, and securing a legacy that few ever will. Because the truth is, in a world where millions of pennies circulate every year, only a handful hold the secret to unimaginable wealth. The question is, will you be the one who finds it, or will someone else? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, something so small, so ordinary, yet so extraordinarily rare that it could change your life forever. This isn't just any penny. It's a 2007 Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent. But here's the twist. It has a unique error that collectors across the world are scrambling to get their hands on. Now, before you think, it's just a penny, let me stop you right there. This coin could be worth a staggering $3 million today. Yes, you heard that right. $3 million for a coin that most people toss in a jar or overlook on the sidewalk. If you've ever wondered whether your old coins are just clutter or hidden treasure, this story is exactly what you need to hear. And here's the kicker. Coins like this don't sit around waiting. The clock is ticking, and millions of dollars are literally slipping through the fingers of those who hesitate. Now, some of you might be thinking, an error penny? Really? Let me ask you this, would you rather be the person who missed the chance to sell a $3 million coin because you shrugged it off, or the one who turned a simple mistake in the mint into a life-changing fortune? Let's rewind to 2007. The United States Mint was producing billions of pennies, stamping them with the familiar Lincoln design that Americans have come to recognize. But in the chaos of mass production, a small but monumental mistake occurred. Certain pennies from the Denver Mint, marked with that humble D, were struck with a distinctive error that makes them unlike any other coin minted that year. Here's where it gets exciting. This isn't just a minor misprint. This error makes the coin unique, instantly transforming a simple 1 cent piece into a rare collector's gem. And in the world of rare coins, uniqueness isn't just a factor. It's everything. Collectors, investors, and numismatic enthusiasts are willing to pay extraordinary sums for coins that are one of a kind, especially when the coin is in pristine condition. Picture this. Someone walks into an auction, barely believing their luck, and a 2007 Mint Mark Lincoln penny error sells for a jaw-dropping $3 million. That's not just money. It's freedom, it's security. It's the kind of opportunity most people only dream about. And here's the secret many won't tell you. Coins like these are in high demand right now, and supply is shrinking every day. Oh, and quick reality check. If you're sitting there thinking, I don't have any rare pennies, pause for a second. Many of these coins were distributed widely, meaning that someone, somewhere, could have one lying in a drawer, completely unaware of its fortune. Maybe even you. And the moment you realize it, the excitement isn't just about the money, it's about the possibility. The possibility of suddenly holding something that could transform your life. Now, imagine the scenario. You've discovered that very coin, that elusive 2007 Mint Mark error penny. The first step is acknowledging its potential. The next is acting. Waiting, hesitating, or doubting can cost millions. The market for rare coins is competitive. Serious buyers are ready, they're informed, and they are paying top dollar for mistakes that history has deemed priceless. Think of it this way. This penny isn't just metal. It's a doorway to possibility, to wealth, to the lifestyle most people only imagine: luxury, freedom, and peace of mind that comes with knowing you've made the right decision at the right time. And here's the part that makes this truly thrilling. The clock isn't just ticking on opportunity, it's racing. As more collectors enter the market and the world realizes just how rare this error is, the value only climbs higher. So, the question isn't whether you should sell. It's whether you're ready to step into the moment and claim what could very well be the most valuable penny of your life. If you have one, or even suspect you might, the time to act is now. Don't let hesitation cost you millions. Be the one who turns a minting mistake into a life-defining fortune. Because coins like the 2007 Mint Mark Lincoln penny error don't just sit around. And neither should you. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, something that most people dismiss as mere pocket change. But what if I told you that this tiny copper disc could be worth millions of dollars? Today, we're diving into the rare and elusive 2006 D-Mint Mark 1 cent Lincoln penny error, a coin so rare that collectors are practically fighting over it, and its current market value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $5 million, and not just because it's shiny or nostalgic, but because it is a once-in-a-lifetime mistake created by the US Mint itself. Now, pause for a moment, think about all the pennies you've casually tossed into jars or forgotten in drawers. Could one of them be the golden ticket to the lifestyle you've been dreaming of? And before you think, nah, that's just a story for nerds in dusty coin shops, let me tell you, people across the country, some right in their own homes, have discovered fortunes they never imagined. Yes, ordinary people. People like you. So grab your attention for a few minutes because what you're about to learn could literally change your life. Let's break down what makes this coin so extraordinary. The 2006 D Lincoln penny was released in massive quantities. Yet only a minuscule number carry the unique minting error that turns it into an ultra-rare collector's dream. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or misplaced mint marks can make a coin worth hundreds, thousands, or, in this case, millions. Imagine that. A coin that seems worthless to your neighbor, sitting quietly in your drawer, could be a multi-million-dollar asset. And here's where the excitement really kicks in. Collectors and investors are on high alert for these rare coins. The market is fierce, and demand is sky-high. Some have paid more than $5 million in private sales for coins with similar rarity. There's an urgency here. Coins like the 2006 D error don't just sit around waiting. They are snatched up by savvy collectors who understand that missing even one opportunity could mean losing out on a fortune. And here's a humorous thought to keep you on your toes. If your coin jar could talk, it might scream, "Hey, don't spend me on parking meters." Now, if you're thinking this sounds like a fairy tale, let's connect the dots. The US Mint produces billions of pennies each year, yet only a tiny fraction ever become collectible treasures. That means your chances of having stumbled upon a coin like this are incredibly rare, almost like finding a needle in a haystack, except this needle is worth millions. This is where the fear and excitement merge. The fear of letting a life-changing opportunity slip through your fingers, and the excitement of realizing that the chance is literally in your hands. So, what do you do if you find one of these rare 2006 D Lincoln penny errors? First, you don't treat it like a normal penny. You protect it. You research its authenticity, and you connect with experts, collectors, or auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Because this isn't just about owning a coin, it's about capitalizing on an extraordinary opportunity that could elevate your financial freedom to a level most people only dream about. And here's the most important point. The market for these coins is insatiable. Every serious collector knows that coins of this rarity won't stay available for long. Every day that passes, more of these treasures disappear into private collections, never to be sold again. So if you've ever hesitated to look through your old coin jars or inherited collections, now is the time. The potential reward? Life-changing wealth. The stakes? Your chance at owning a historic piece of US Mint history. And trust me, the excitement of realizing you could be holding a $5 million coin is like nothing else in the world. Before we wrap up, imagine this. A simple penny, often overlooked, suddenly becomes the centerpiece of a wealthy, empowered lifestyle. A coin that could turn years of ordinary, saving into a legacy of financial freedom. That's not fantasy. That's reality for those who know how to spot the opportunities. So, take a moment, look through your collections or even those old boxes tucked away in the attic. You might just hold the next 2006 D Lincoln penny error in your hands. And remember, the time to act is now. Every moment you wait, someone else could claim what could have been yours. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your life. Not a stock tip, not a lottery ticket, but something as simple as a penny, a 2003 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. Yes, a coin most people toss in jars or forget in drawers. But this isn't just any penny. This is a rare gem, a one-in-a-million collector's dream. And in today's market, it is commanding jaw-dropping prices, up to $2 million. Pause for a second. Think about that. A coin you may have brushed past at a checkout counter could literally be your ticket to financial freedom. Now, before you dismiss it, ask yourself this. How many people are aware of this? Not many. That's the beauty of rare coins. They sit quietly, waiting for someone savvy enough to spot their true worth. And that someone could be you. But here's the catch. The clock is ticking. These pennies are vanishing from the market, snatched up by collectors and investors who understand their extraordinary value. If you own one, you're holding a potential fortune in your palm. And if you don't, well, you could be kicking yourself years from now. Let's break it down. The 2003 Lincoln penny is normally a common sight, but the version with no mint mark is extremely rare. Here's why it matters. The missing mint mark is a subtle error from the US Mint, a tiny imperfection that elevates the coin from everyday currency to a highly coveted collector's item. It's like finding a misprinted painting by a world-famous artist. What everyone else overlooks is the treasure you can cash in on. And yes, $2 million is real money. Not hype, not rumor. The market for rare coins has exploded as collectors and investors chase items that can't be duplicated. Imagine walking into your bank and telling them you want to deposit a penny worth more than a mansion in some cities. Sounds absurd, right? But that's the reality of rare coin collecting today. And here's a little secret. Most people dismiss these coins as just pennies, leaving enormous profits for those who act decisively. Let's take a moment here. Have you ever wondered if your spare change might be worth more than your retirement savings? Funny thought, isn't it? But that's the thrill of the coin world. Every drawer, every jar, every forgotten coin box could be hiding the 2003 no mint mark penny that could change everything. The fear of missing out is real. Every day you wait, someone else could be turning your hidden treasure into their windfall. So, what does this mean for you? If you own this penny, or even a handful of unusual coins from this era, you are sitting on a goldmine. The market is hotter than ever. Collectors are competing fiercely, and offers are skyrocketing. Now is the moment to take action. The old saying is true. Fortune favors the bold. You could choose to leave your coin forgotten in a drawer, or you could unlock its life-changing potential today. And think about this. Selling a rare coin isn't just about money. It's about stepping into a lifestyle of freedom, choice, and abundance. Picture the possibilities. Debt-free living, luxurious vacations, the ability to pursue your passions without limits. All from recognizing the value in something most overlook. That's the magic of rare coins, and the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny is the crown jewel. But here's the urgency. You need to move fast. With such high demand and so few coins in circulation, opportunities like this vanish in the blink of an eye. Don't let hesitation rob you of what could be your defining moment. If you have this penny, or even suspect you might, it's time to consult experts, get it authenticated, and step into a world where your foresight becomes your fortune. The chance is here. The market is ready. Will you seize it? Imagine holding a simple, unassuming penny in the palm of your hand, something you probably toss in a jar or forget in your wallet, and realizing it could change your life forever. Today, we're talking about a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors would pay millions of dollars for it. Yes, a single 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has captured the attention of the rare coin world, and right now, it's worth around $3 million. You might be thinking, a penny worth millions? That has to be a scam. But the truth is, this is one of the most sought-after and elusive errors in American numismatics, and if you own one, or even a relative does, you could be sitting on a fortune without knowing it. Now, before we go any further, let me ask you, how often do you hear about something sitting in plain sight, something so ordinary that people ignore it, and yet it could secure your financial legacy? That's exactly what this penny represents. And yes, there's a very real fear here, because if you ignore it, someone else will snatch up what could have been yours, potentially forever. Let's step back and uncover why this coin is so valuable. In 1991, the US Mint produced Lincoln pennies across various facilities, each marked with a small letter to indicate its origin. The no mint mark version, however, is an astonishing rarity. Only a handful slipped through quality control unnoticed, creating a coin that collectors today would literally fight to acquire. This isn't just a misprint. It's a story, a slice of history, a glitch in time that instantly transforms a common penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Now, imagine walking through your attic, flipping through old jars, or even examining coins left in drawers for decades. That ordinary-looking 1991 penny could actually be a jackpot waiting to be discovered. It's the kind of thrill that makes collectors' hearts race. The mixture of fear, excitement, and hope. How many times in life do you get a chance like this, where a small action, checking an old coin, could literally redefine your wealth and legacy? And just to reset your attention for a second. Yes, I know what you're thinking. A penny worth more than a car? Yes, 1 penny. One tiny coin. Crazy, right? But that's the magic of rare coin collecting. The market for this coin is insatiable. Collectors around the world are on constant alert for the next discovery. There's a sense of urgency, almost like a treasure hunt, because these coins don't sit on shelves. They vanish instantly. Auction houses, private collectors, and numismatic experts all know the stakes. And right now, the market value has been confirmed at a jaw-dropping $3 million. That's a life-changing sum for a coin that most people would toss into a wishing well. Now, here's where it gets personal for you. If you've ever found an old penny, inherited coins, or even just stored them over the years, this is your moment. Don't let fear or procrastination rob you of what could be your ticket to unparalleled wealth. These coins are rare, coveted, and in high demand, and the window to capitalize on them is shrinking every day. Every passing moment could be someone else claiming what could have been yours. Picture the thrill of realizing that a simple coin in your possession is worth millions, enough to fund dreams you've only imagined. The excitement, the pride, the security, it's all real. And the best part? You don't have to be a lifelong collector to benefit. Awareness and action are what separate the winners from those who never knew what they had. So, if you have a 1991 penny without a mint mark, or even a collection that might contain one, don't wait. Get it appraised by a trusted expert, confirm its authenticity, and step into a world where a small piece of metal represents an extraordinary opportunity. Because in the end, history shows us this. The coins that get discovered first, handled wisely, and sold at the right time become legendary stories of wealth, foresight, and fortune. Could this be your story too? The 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is calling. And the question is, will you answer? Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, something so rare that it could change your life overnight. Yes, I'm talking about the 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare that collectors and investors are scrambling to get their hands on it. But here's the catch. Most people don't even know it exists, and if you're holding one in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer, you could be sitting on millions of dollars without even realizing it. Sounds like a dream, right? Or maybe it's a nightmare for anyone who doesn't act fast. Because in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost you more than you think. Now, before you roll your eyes thinking, it's just a penny, let me stop you right there. This isn't just a penny. This is a Lincoln cent error coin. A minting mistake that makes it extremely scarce and highly sought after by the world's wealthiest collectors. And yes, the market value? Brace yourself, around $2 million. That's not a typo. $2 million. And the best part? There's a chance it could be in your possession right now, hidden among everyday change. Let's dive into why this coin is so extraordinary. The 1987 Lincoln penny normally comes with a tiny D or S mint mark, indicating Denver or San Francisco. But the no mint mark version slipped through unnoticed, a perfect storm of human error and minting oversight. Think about that for a second. A coin produced in the millions, yet only a handful escaped the mint with this flaw. That rarity is what makes collectors insane with desire. They don't just want it. They need it to complete their collections and to own a piece of history that few will ever see. Picture the auction rooms, the phone calls and hushed tones, the nervous glances between collectors. Every new discovery of a 1987 no-mint mark penny ignites a frenzy. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. These coins are vanishing from circulation. They're not sitting on shelves waiting to be bought cheaply. If you think you have time to check later, think again. Every day you delay, another lucky buyer snatches what could have been your ticket to a life-changing fortune. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny worth millions? That can't be real. Well, humor me here. What if your morning coffee change included a $2 million coin and you didn't even notice? That's not fiction. That's the reality for anyone with a 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. And it's not just about money, it's about legacy. Imagine telling your children or grandchildren that you discovered something so rare that it became a story people will talk about for decades. That feeling, that power is irreplaceable. So what should you do next? First, check your old coin jars, your drawers, even those dusty coin collections that haven't seen daylight in years. If you find a 1987 penny with no mint mark, stop everything. This is your moment, because the market is not slowing down, and every collector out there is willing to pay top dollar millions for authenticity and rarity. This isn't hype. It's pure market demand. Think of it as a wake-up call. Many people have missed their fortune simply because they dismissed a seemingly insignificant coin. Don't let that be your story. The difference between someone living a normal retirement and someone with millions in their account can be a single coin. And while you're checking your pennies, imagine the excitement when a professional appraisal confirms it. The thrill, the disbelief, the instant validation of your good fortune. It's a rush unlike anything else, and it's waiting for those bold enough to accede. So, here's the takeaway. This 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, wealth, and the rare chance to own something the world desperately wants but few possess. If you've got it, hold it, protect it, and most importantly, don't let it slip away. Because the value of this penny isn't just in the money. It's in the life it can unlock for you, in the legacy it can create, and in the thrill of discovering something truly rare. Act now, because the next millionaire could be reading this video right now. And it could very well be you. Imagine holding a small, unassuming penny in your hand, a coin that most people toss into a jar or the couch cushions without a second thought. But this isn't just any penny. This is the legendary 1975 Lincoln cent, without a mint mark. That's right, a 1975 penny that was never officially released for circulation. And in today's market, one of these rare treasures can fetch an eye-popping $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars. Now, before you start thinking this is a fairy tale, let me assure you, it's real, documented, and highly sought after by collectors who will stop at nothing to own it. If you've ever held a 1975 no-mint mark penny, your life could change today. Now, you might be thinking, a penny? Really? I get it. It's easy to laugh. After all, pennies are usually the currency we trip over. But here's the truth. History has a way of turning the smallest, most overlooked objects into treasures. And this particular penny is not just rare. It's a symbol of opportunity, timing, and wealth that most people will never understand until it's too late. Let's dive into why this coin is so extraordinary. In 1975, the U.S. Mint accidentally created pennies with no mint mark, meaning they didn't carry the usual D for Denver or S for San Francisco. Only a handful exist. Think about it. In a country that produced billions of pennies, only a few escaped into existence with this rare trait. Owning one is like holding a secret slice of history that no one else has. Imagine the envy of a collector who has spent decades hunting for this coin. And then you walk in holding the crown jewel. Here's where it gets even more exciting. In the current market, this coin isn't just a conversation piece. It's liquid wealth. For $1 million. That's the difference between keeping it in your drawer as a novelty or selling it and transforming your life. This coin commands respect and attention. Serious collectors are constantly on the lookout for it, and when one surfaces, they pay top dollar without hesitation. Missing this opportunity isn't just disappointment. It's a financial regret that could haunt you for years. And here's a little secret most people don't realize. The thrill isn't just in the money. It's in the story you can tell. I owned a 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Say it out loud. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? Funny how a coin smaller than your fingernail can carry the weight of millions of dollars and decades of history. So what does this mean for you? If you've been storing old pennies, it's time to look closely. The 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's iconic. Collectors are actively hunting for these coins, and every passing day, the chance to sell or trade one diminishes. History shows that rarity drives demand, and demand drives value. Holding onto this coin could mean holding onto a life-changing fortune. waiting for someone to recognize its true worth. Let this be a wake-up call. Don't let the coin in your hand be just another penny in the jar. It could be your ticket to a multimillion-dollar moment. Imagine what $4 million could do for your lifestyle. The freedom to travel, invest, or secure your family's future. The opportunity is here, but it won't last forever. And just to make you smile, how often does a coin smaller than a tic-tac outperform your savings account by millions? Now that's a story worth telling at dinner parties. But jokes aside, this is serious business. The collectors are ready, the market is hot, and the moment to act is now. Every second you wait, someone else could claim the fortune that might have been yours. So, take a closer look at your collection today. That little 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark might just be your most valuable possession. The wealth, prestige, and excitement that come with this coin are real, and they're waiting for the person bold enough to recognize them. Don't just watch history, own a piece of it.